Not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
What a start here to the ball game. You get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
Running left, it's Roy. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Steelers at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind is certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate. The always tough NFL.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Warren. Down the right sideline. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Dylan Laube. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Play action. It's Smith. That's called. It's Dante Thornton. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Las Vegas, first down.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Las Vegas, first down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Once again, it's Jeanty. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Gino. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Geno. Pass complete right side to Bowers. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And the co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that could set the tone for the game for them.
You look at this Raiders defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. Holding them to 13 was pretty good. But this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Good job right there. Good job right there. 380.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. To throw again is Wilson. Still going inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Laube now to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
They'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Well, just shy of midfield. Here's second down at a yard. They'll fake it. Now Smith. To the left side, pass caught by Thornton. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First down, it's Genty. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go, hey. Reload your step.
Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay. So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
Here we go, here we go. Reload your shot.
Here's Smith. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot. Backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Ashton Genty. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And this is incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Warren will try the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Wilson. And that is incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
8 yards to go.
And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
For the field goal, a 43-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and a yard. From the 50, it's Smith. He'll find Jinty out of the backfield. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Gino now to throw. On the out route, incomplete. That's Bowers. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
once again. And they'll get this down to the 10. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
First down. First and goal at the 10-yard line.
Gino going to hand it to Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
That's 13-yard line.
There we go. 39%. 49, flip it off, 49. Hey, Tony.
From the gun, here's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
And he'll be defended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Well, this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
34-yard line.
Go.
Throwing is Wilson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
19.
Now Wilson. Short throw to Smith. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a knuckle.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They need 18 yards here on third down. Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He finds his man complete. That's Wilson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
At the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Jaguars are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Lowby now to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
First play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Smith. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, we go. 53, 53. No ball, no ball. Check 58.
Smith. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he's on to punt for Vegas. Johnson to return it. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness, because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Warren. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here, and our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Smith here, an audible at the line.
Raiders first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Tucker. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Now it's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here we go, hey. Here we go, sit up.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. Here's Smith. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Smith now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown Raiders. Trey Tucker. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders get a bit closer. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Royal. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
33. Raiders 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Tucker hauls it in over the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
No ball, no ball. Hey, it's a clip.
Now Smith. Slant around and he finds Thornton. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down.
Catch left.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Smith keeps it on the sneak. That'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
After the run, Smith going to throw. He'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, hey.
Throwing now is Gino. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
13 men.
To the air again, Smith. Got his man, it's Thornton. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. The flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Hey, we go to line. Green light, set. No ball, no ball.
Now Gino.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Jeremy Chin there defensively. Here's a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is. The things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Here's Wilson to throw. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Second and 10.
They go to Johnson again. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Smith. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Smith. Working the middle of the field. He's got him there complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Las Vegas first down. First and 10.
Smith throwing again. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
But these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Hey, here we go. Tuesday. Line.
Gino now to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Here is 3rd down and 4.
Here we go. 390%.
Throwing again is Smith. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check 59.
Smith. And this is incomplete with the clock showing just 3 seconds left.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
Good. Hey, three on left. Hey, it's a clip. Strike.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle. Go